Welcome everybody to the latest Challenge of Doom. I am your tournament organizer, your host, your Hey Coco main guy, I guess. That's how everyone put it. Senior Doom, and joining me tonight is Paparazzi. Paparazzi, would you want to give yourself a quick little introduction for everyone while I get this tournament started?
All right, yeah. So, like you said, I'm Paparazzi. I am a streamer as well. I do stream Pokemon TCG. I'll stream Pokemon as well, and I am getting into casting. And I am also a Foot Coco enthusiast as well as Senior Doom here. So, I do appreciate that we both have that that same energy flow with Flake Coco. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
he's the greatest. That's why we love him.
Honestly, he is. And like, just a quick comment about that really quick though. Like in the beginning, like there's so many people that I like on my end that gave so much hate to Flake Coco, and I'm like, why?
Because everyone's got to hate on a starter, and they chose that one.
Yeah, it's just like, man, okay, for me, honestly, and like, and I don't want to like, do anything like mean to, anyone else who likes him out there, but like Quaxley and Sprigatito, they're just normal animals. Flake Coco is like an essence of himself. Right. It's like, how could you give hate there to them? It's like, I don't know. I just like, Flake Coco is in a class of its own. I think that's the reason why you're like, it's like the best ones you got to hate, and unfortunately, so.
Yeah. So I'm looking real quick on the people we do have streaming, seeing what they're playing, just so we can see. We do have Blaze. He's always a good one. He'll probably win. JMU Boy's an older person I haven't had in a while. He's playing Sablezard versus Dialga, so I think that will be our start-off match.
Ooh, okay. And I'm also a secondary Dialga fan here as well, so I'm excited to see this. Dialga V-Star was actually my first.
I'm sorry, I lost you there for a second.
Oh, all good, yeah. I'm pretty excited to see this matchup right now because it's a deck I'm hoping to see come back. Because Dialga V-Star feels such tons of potential and can definitely do something here. So I'm really hoping to see something on that.
Yeah, like I got excited for it. I won't lie. Like I was like sitting there, I'm like, oh wow, this deck could actually be really good. When I had like kind of a little bit of a bounce back to start, but then it's kind of died back off a little bit as I'm still updating all of our stuff for this week. Just go ahead and turn off the player names because I don't think it'll matter as much. And I was like almost went out and bought them. I almost went out and bought the cards. I was like, oh my god! I decided I was going to Zard bot for this phase because I mean this meta is going to be over less than a month.
Yeah,
I mean we've already got Regional of Doom coming up. Again,
yeah, that's going up. Yep.
I'm still scheduling that. I'm like, oh no, I'm so far behind. And so I was like, okay, I'm not going to buy anything outside of some of the ace packs because those will maintain. We'll see those for a while, and I haven't bought any other ones. So also real quick, what's up, Robert Rubber Ducky? What's up, Red Octane? Blazy, glad you got in. And what's up, Justin? And I had you on Discord, Robert. It's all good. I'm just making sure everybody's there and make sure my judging thing's open, and we'll be good.
Justin,
here.
I know that guy. Huh? I said, Justin, I know that guy.
There's so many good people, and blah blah blah. Sorry, I always get myself like all flustered.
Yeah, same. So you get flustered, your tongue gets tied up, you're like saying something, you're just like blah, Yeah, I do it all the time.
And the challenge is the hard one because like that's why I run this all set up, put everything together like last minute. Like, okay, can we get a match on? Can we get things going? Okay. Oh, like just set.
Yep. I totally get it.
What's up, Arsenal Hell? So. And again, we will probably jump tables. As long as people are streaming, I don't care records. We're going to jump around. We're going to get games going. That is the big thing tonight. There's 6 rounds, and we're going to watch as much as we can.
Yep. I'm ready for it.
So, watching the start, pretty strong start from the Dialga side.
Yeah, I definitely see those 2 Bellums on their bench there with a Pidgey already in play. to get that Pidgeot going with a Dialga V-Star up and active. That's a pretty saucy start there. But we can see too, like this Lost Box here is actually getting going as well, getting their bench full and just getting those cards they need to be able to get their stuff started.
And yes, Blazy, there is a delay tonight. We moved down to a 15-second delay from a 30 because 30 was just seeming like a little too much. But it's there, and it just helps. It makes screen cheating more obvious still. So like
gotcha. Okay.
So if the opponent does something and it's obvious, like they're taking like 15, 20 seconds for an action, like they're looking at things like as a start, but then they move faster. There's you can tell with certain ways they move.
Yeah, no, I was afraid of that last week. I remember like 2 weeks ago when I played in your tournament for the first time. I was like, okay, I stream this and I have it like on my Limitless TCG account, like it's there. People can come in and watch, and people were. And I just got a lot of love from that. So again, thank you so much for that, because that was thanks to you, honestly. But when we were doing that, like I was so scared the whole time. Like, is someone gonna stream snipe me right now and like watch my side and see my cards while I'm doing this? And I was like, oh my gosh. But like the whole delay thing too. You do recommend that in the rules. I did read those, but have a delay just in case, to be able to prevent those things. So so it definitely does help. And yeah, and like having the 15-second one, like you said, definitely prevents it more and definitely can make it more obvious, like you said too. So I totally get it. It's totally fine.
Yeah, I had my I always bring this up about stream snipers. I had my Players Cup 1 run killed by 2 stream snipers going into top 16.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, do you save the crisis punch here? Yeah, I think you have to. So they found out I was streaming. I didn't have a delay. I was a new streamer. I mean, Players Cup 1 was 4 years ago, almost 3 years ago. And I realized it too late. And like, I actually like broke down on a stream about it. I was like, you ruined my run. Why did you do this and everything?
Yeah, like, and honestly, it's like I still don't get it. It's like and I understand, like, okay, I work with kids, so I understand when kids cheat because they're kids. But it's like, we're adults now. It's like we can learn to lose. It's okay. Like, we don't have to like do things like that, because like so many times it's happened to me too, where people just like will come in on a stream, or like even just in normal life. Like I'll play against people. Like at one turn before, like someone had like tried to, like, I was going for like the championship match to get first place in a locals, and some guy was like trying to accuse me that I'd already used my supporter when I didn't, and I made it perfectly clear to him I didn't, but he was still like adamant on it, like, no you did, I'm calling judge over. I'm like, guy, look, I have my cards right here in front of you. Like, you can see from my discard pile what I used this turn. It's like, I did not, I promise. It's just like, people need to grow up. I don't know, man. It just hurts so much when I hear stories and see things like that. And it's just like, man, we're all trying to play here and have a good time. Like, come on.
Yeah, and so that's how it is. I'm like, Will Sharks can be horrendous as it is. As even talking about, even going back, heading back to the game real quick, they took out one of their Pidgeys. They actually had at least had a second Pidgey down for the Dialga, but with them losing a Pidgey to that Cramorant early, kind of hurts a little bit.
It's true. That is very true. But luckily, they had the other Pidgey on the bench. I wonder what he runs. I need to look at this deck really quick, because in my Dialga deck that I have personally, I think I do have a Pidgey, and I think I do have Bibarel as well, to have that like double there. And it does help a lot. I've been using that in the Charizard deck a little bit right now, and it is honestly a lifesaver. Yes, you do have that bench space taken up, but really having both those options, like, it gives you a whole bunch of stuff to play with. And so like having just a Pidgey right now definitely is a great help. Having that Pidgeot EX could have come out hopefully soon for him. But having that extra, option to choose things with definitely can help and switch things up in a game for sure.
For sure. And I've been playing, like I said earlier, I'm Zard botting right now, right? That's what I'm doing. I've actually moved back away. I still have the Bibarel version. I moved away from the Prime Catcher version.
Okay.
So I'm back to the Belt version, but also my locals seems like Chin Pao is coming back really strong. And I hate some metagaming your locals kind of thing never works kind of thing. But I also just play better with the Mighty Belt version.
Yeah, no, I've definitely seen the belt definitely. I don't know, for me, like people like were like hyping it up that Prime Catcher is the ace bet card, but like honestly for me the belt definitely is a huger help. Like for me, like I'm using it in my Blastoise deck right now, and it's been such a great thing because you can one hit KO literally almost anything with Blastoise, and it's phenomenal. Especially because all those Charger decks are right now. It's pretty much like an anti-Charger deck, pretty much, with that insane health it's got, plus the damage reduction it's got to it from that ability. Belt is honestly, I think, is the way to go. That is like the best one.
You know which deck I've been having a lot of fun with lately, and this took second in the Tournament of Doom on Friday. Incineroar EX.
I've heard of that. Please, I need more insight on that because I've been recently starting to hear about that, but I don't know the whole everything behind it, like why it's working.
It's Charizard on hard mode.
Oh, okay. So it's a mix of Charizard EX and Incineroar together?
No. You use the Incineroar because Incineroar's ability is as many bench Pokemon your opponent has, you take one off its cost. So it's like Charizard without getting KO'd. So if your opponent puts down 4 Pokemon, you can have it attacking with 1 energy. And it hits for 2.
Wow.
It's what, 250 with burn.
With burn too?
With burn.
That is insane.
So if you put like a choice belt on it, you can knock out a fully healthy Giratina V-Star, a fully healthy Arceus V-Star. Like, there's just so much you can do with it, and it's fun. But the thing is, like, your opponent, if like you start knocking things out and your opponent doesn't put more things on the bench, you got to put more energy. You got to keep things going. Like, it would absolutely destroy this Dialga deck, like this Sablezard just did, and wiped out both its Metangs.
Yeah, which is that is devastating. There, that he had no he had no way to be able to defend against that, getting those Beldums knockout right there, because that's the bread and butter of this deck. If he doesn't have those 2 on his bench, that Dialga deck is pretty much done.
100%.
You know, he definitely has the hand up right now with that Sableye play he just did. That's definitely going to put him in a huge advantage here.
Because the Star Chronos isn't going to happen because it's just too little energy, almost too late. They can put down new Beldums and maybe get the Metangs out, but there's no guarantee of that.
Yeah, and exactly, since he has Lost Mine still ready to go. Like, next turn he can just knock him out again if he does get something on the bench. So it's pretty much what he needs to get right now is something to protect his bench if he has a Manaphy in there. But it looks like he just whiffed that Artisan.
And not even an attach. Oh, this is feeling like I think they can still come out of this on top somehow, but this game feels like it's slipping from their hands.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. I definitely feel like that this Lost Fox here has got that win already. He seems like he's already going for it.
He could possibly get that Iron Hand set up and put himself into a point where he only needs 1 prize.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. If he does get the Iron Hands on the bench and get that energy on there,
he's sitting on
knock out Dialga V-Star and he's done.
He's sitting on Prime Catcher. He's ready to get there. He has more than enough in there. So I'm trying to figure out what maybe he was looking for a Rod. Catcher's never coming into play here. Go ahead and Lost Zone that. You're so far ahead.
Yeah, exactly. He definitely does not need that right now. He definitely needs. There he goes. Yep. Putting that back in there. That's definitely what he needs there for that. That is for sure.
Ooh. Looks like he's going to just go with the Radiant Zard, take care of the issue that's in front of him, and be set up.
Yep. That's a smart play. Taking out that Dialga V-Star with his weakness being fire as well. So easily getting that knockout, those 2 prizes, and putting himself in the lead. Yeah, that counter catcher was kind of a weird card to take off that. So didn't he got that from the Colors, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it was definitely was not necessary. I feel he's in the lead. Definitely just took another card that he needed there, and maybe it's just a good discard card. Who knows? But looking at the setup he got right now, he's got the setup going. Like, he seems like he's good.
I did play earlier today when I was playing Zard. I was playing with an Eerie build, I did play against a Lost Box, and I got both two of the Mirage gates right off the bat, like this.
Mm.
You gotta take those switch carts out. And then I used Pal Pad, got Eerie again with the Pidgeot the next turn, because I was hoping off the Roxanne they got more and they hadn't used them yet, and they didn't. And I caught all 4 with 2 back-to-back Eries over 2 turns. And then they rage conceded after that. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, that's devastating.
I walked away going, that feels good. The one time Erie actually does something.
Yeah, definitely. No, and that is good. It's insanely good. But the weird thing right now that I'm seeing is like I don't understand why he went for the Mirage gates instead of those switch cards, like you said.
Well, I don't think it even mattered. You could even done the switch cards and the Prime Catcher. There's just too many cards in hand.
Oh, he had the Prime. Yeah, it's true. He had the Prime Catcher as well. That is true.
So
yeah,
there's way, way, way too many. So let's see who else is still streaming their matches, see if they are still live. And we'll also look at the metagame while we're at it. Which,
sounds good to me.
Surprisingly, Charizard Pidgeot is number 1 by 14%. This is almost, I would say, Indiana levels of what we're going to see the metagame. Kind of. I don't think we'll see Future Hands be number 2, but I definitely think like we'll see like a 20% meta share going to Indiana.
Yeah, no, I got you. Charger Pidgeot, yeah, it's definitely the top deck right now. Honestly, just really just hitting it off like everywhere. Like I've been looking at the metagame myself, and not only this, but like in other countries as well. And like Charizard's like number 1 everywhere, almost.
Yeah,
it is pretty crazy.
And mind you, we are capped at 64, and a lot of people like to bring to challenges, well, the fun decks. Like, oh, here you go, Incineroar.
Oh, yeah, there he is right down the bottom. There he is. Our guy. I actually pulled yesterday on stream a full arts Incineroar, which I'm excited that I have now, and I might actually keep it.
I have, there's something I pulled. Oh, Leon. I have a bunch of the Leon cards. I have like 2 full arts and a rainbow somewhere. And they've been sitting in my bulk, and now that they've been bought up, I'm like, oh, do I want to sell them or do I hold on to them?
Yeah, that thought goes through my head all the time. Like, there's so many cards that I have saved in there that I'm thinking about, oh, do I sell these? Do I collect them? And then it's like, but you see that nice little number there, and you're like, you give it a real rethink. You're like, should I get rid? I mean, maybe, I don't know. But like, honestly though,
I'm so afraid to pull the trigger on Latios tag team. It's been like $700. I'm like, man, that's so good. That's so many things I can get with that. I'm like, so many Gundams, so many cards, so many everything. I'm like, so many Fuecocos.
Oh my gosh, yes.
But at the same time, like, I know the people who are going to buy it are going to bitch if there's like anything wrong with the card.
Yeah, true. Yeah, there's some kind of have that with that as well. Like, I'm also like, I think I'll just keep this just to have myself, because like you said, like you try to sell at the price and they're like, wait, I see a little tiny little like fingerprint there. It's like, Bert, just clean it off.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
So I'm always like, oh, when they ask for like a bajillion pictures, I'm like, man, maybe I can find a local buyer or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm very thankful that I have a pretty good locals I go to here, and like you people are pretty, pretty decent with prices and stuff like that, with trading, with all those things, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, the one I have. But I definitely have heard some horror stories with some pretty bad trades, pretty bad sells that were just people just completely screw people over, and it's crazy what people that stuff do. Like, it's, oh my gosh, it blows my mind. Like the other day, like I was like, okay, first of all, like talking about it, like in my life, the other day, like there was some guy at the local that unfortunately was trying to like con one of my kids into giving away their it was like a full it was an alt art Groudon that's at like $26 or $28 right now, and
like they were trying to,
yeah, and the guy was trying to trade him like some random like Pokemon V or something like that for it that was worth like $1. I'm like, but luckily I was there and I heard it, because like my kids don't understand like the value of cards yet. I'm trying to teach them, but they don't get it. And so I just made the rule is like, if you want to trade something, you tell me first, and I'll let you know if you can or not. Because like they have their card collection. I want them to have their cards. I want them to learn responsibility with it. But at the same time too, it's like you're not going to give away a $28 card for a $1 card that can't even use anymore. Please don't do that. It's just like, oh my God, the people that try to take advantage to it's like, don't, please help my kids learn responsibility. Don't. I mean, they probably should learn too. Again, that this world isn't a pretty place sometimes. I don't know, but I don't want to learn that way. It's like that's a card that we need to keep.
All right. So I was just looking at other real quick. We have a Fortress EX with a Alolan Executor V deck where it's trying to do 30 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon for each grass energy attached to it.
Wait. Hold up. Say it again.
It does 30 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon for each grass energy attached to this Pokemon.
I gotta sing the Doom song now. Doom, 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 doom.
Senor 5 eyebrow.
You said Fortress, you said?
Yeah, it has Fortress and Alolan Executor V. So he's using it to get 5 basic energy cards and attach them to the Alolan Executor V, right?
Yeah.
And then with the 5, it's doing at least 150 damage to anything on the board.
Oh, wait a minute. That's actually pretty crazy.
At least. It could do even more. Might cost you 2 prizes to get there, but
yeah, and he runs 12 grass energy in his deck as well. You can, if you land that twice, 300 to anything. That is insane. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. What's also Clamburler, welcome back to Doomco. This week's sandwich is the tuna surprise. Don't ask me why it's called the tuna surprise. Because I want to find out with everyone else. Actually, I had a tuna sandwich at work today, and it was not that good.
Yeah, like I remember, like as a kid, like growing up, like tuna was like a thing. Where it's like a hit and miss, and I kind of think it still is. It kind of just depends how it's made and who makes it, you know?
Yeah, at my job, we have a whole thing where we all get free meals. 90% of I would say 99% of the restaurant selection we have in there, like the stuff they have is like taco place, Nanya, like Indian food, tacos, barbecue, Asian, like a pokey thing and all that, right? All good. I like it. The sandwich place though just never hits expectation.
It's sad. A good sandwich can really brighten up your day. Like honestly, like I love me a classic PB&J. I'm one of those guys. I've been eating since I was a kid, growing up eating it, and I still eat it today. And just making it just a nice classic PB&J, when it's made right, it hits the spot and just makes it. It just does. But like I understand, like having a bad sandwich, it's like you got to have an even balance of everything on it. You know, with the condiments, with your main part of it, like if you have got meat on it, cheese on it, what you got on there. If there's something off, like I don't know, I'm just weird like that. Where it's just like if something's not right, exactly, like it's just not. I mean, I think it's with anybody though. You know, it's just not a good experience, and it's just like you said, it just doesn't hit right, and then you're just like, why did I do that? You know.
Right. So it's just, oh God, I could sit here and talk about food all day.
Same. Honestly, dude, I would be there with you doing it.
Like, I wasn't going to bring up the Poke drama today, but I might as well because it's been all over. Like, we have all this talk about it, man. I'm like sitting there, man, and I'm just going, can we just go back to talking about like using food for V-star markers?
Using food for V-star market. That's awesome. When people actually did that before, I've never heard that.
Yeah, someone tried to use a Hot Pocket and they weren't able to.
That's amazing. Do we know what kind of Hot Pocket it was?
I can reach out to the person and find out, but I'm assuming it's probably a pepperoni.
Okay, that's the goat. That's the go-to. If they tried to use anything else, then I would be kind of disappointed. But I mean, pepperoni Hot Pocket, like that's. If I was a tournament runner, I would definitely allow that. I would allow that 100%.
Oh yeah, no. Like to me, I would like say like if you could use like the Pokemon Oreos, come down, put your grated Mew one. That probably would be fine.
That'd be
So-
insane. That's right. Yeah.
Like, I think you could grade the Oreos. Someone in chat, tell me, can you grade the Pokemon Oreos? And also, we're just waiting on 4 matches. Everyone who's streaming is already finished, so I'm not able to jump into another match.
Okay. Wait. I thought you were joking when you said grade the Oreos. Wait, is that an actual thing too?
Yeah, there's Pokemon Oreos, and I think people tried to grade them.
I knew there was Pokemon Oreos, but I had no idea that people actually tried grading an Oreo. It's ridiculous.
I know people
Oh
like.
my gosh.
I know people like offered them up like they were PSA graded, but I don't think you actually could. Also, someone did show one when they put it into like a case and then just crushed it.
Oh my gosh.
There's no way.
Oh my gosh, man! If that was a thing though, dude, I would get on that for sure.
I'll do so.
For sure.
One of the worst things. Okay, I've talked about this a little bit before. Where the client crashes and someone loses their game. We had that happen in the finals last week.
They lost their game in the finals because it crashed. Really?
Yeah, it was game 3, and it was the finals, and they got about 4 turns in, so too far to restart. Like I know a limit of when we can restart, right?
Yeah.
Just go off, and they just crashed, and it sucks. Like the person was like, "Man, I don't want to win this way, but there's no fair way."
Yeah, exactly. That's devastating. Oh my gosh. Man, when does Pokemon get their stuff together? Come on. It's like, oh man, it makes you so mad that there's still so many bugs with this thing. When the other Pokemon, the freaking Pokemon Online, like it was beautiful. Like for the short time that I got to use it, because I got really late into the game, unfortunately. But the time I got to use that, it was beautiful. It was very enjoyable. Why couldn't they just replicate that again? Just make it a little bit newer and that's it. Like no one was complaining. It's like I don't understand.
Probably licensing.
Okay, yeah. I didn't think of that. Yeah, it makes sense.
So the next round is ready to go. We're going to keep it going because it's Tuesday night and we like to get things going.
Yep.
So end round. Next round is up. And let's see who we have that we can go. We've got Deso, Blazy, Sloth. Daycamp looks like he's working better. What was Deso playing? Let me find out. He's not someone we've had on before, so let's go ahead and jump there.
Yep, sounds good.
So then we'll see what hopefully his client doesn't crash. If he's playing the Incineroar, I'll be even happier.
I'm actually pretty excited to see that deck going. I think he is.
I know this isn't his game, but just watch it.
Oh god, okay.
So once it gets going, hopefully he sees that the next round is up. Which if you're not already, we had a couple people drop, which is always weird when sometimes people drop because of things. Oh my god, Savid is playing the Garchomp. Didn't even see that. Savid's so good with this Garchomp deck.
I'm totally good for watching that.
I will try to get him next round.
Gotcha, okay.
He is so good with it. He just knows how to play it. He's just one of our best. He's one of the best like rogue deck players we have, up there with Mysterious Player. Like I know so many of them.
Gotcha, yeah. Man, hopefully that'll be me one day. I just like thought about it so much, from 2 weeks ago when I totally whiffed in the tournament. I want to apologize that first of all to you. I mean, I already did, but I'm doing it again because I still feel bad about it. I for some reason thought it was elimination and just like single elimination. Once you're out. But like I totally forgot that it's kind of just like a regular like locals. You play your rounds and whoever gets the most points out of those rounds, gets the trophy or whatever, And like I just totally just dipped, and I was. First of all, mad because like that second game I had you guys were watching, like I knew that in the back of my mind. So I got super nervous and totally whiffed. And I had the game. After I thought about it, I'm like, I could have won. And I totally whiffed it. And then after that,
real quick, you jumped to another table for some reason. Go ahead, dude.
Yeah, no, I was just devastated there, like how I, first of all, like totally missed that, and then after I was like, oh well, I lost, guys, I'm out, and I just like kept going, and then like after I realized, oh, I have like 2 friend requests from some people I don't know, that's pretty cool, and then I went back to it and like, wait a minute, did they like add me because we're still in the tournament? Is this still going on? Am I still in this? And I went back and I saw it, and I was just like, I can't believe I just did that. I disqualified myself completely. And I was just like, oh no. And I was hoping that day, I'm like, I'm the only Blastoise in this tournament. I need to represent. And then I just did that. And I was like, this is, I don't know, like this, I need to make up for it. And so when you said that, you asked me if I wanted to cast today, I'm like, I gotta like, I don't know, redeem myself or something. I don't know. Oh gosh, it was a mess. And again, I apologize for that. I mean, for just, yeah. Because like I know too that there was a long wait list that day for people that wanted to be on stream or to be in the tournament. I looked after and there was a long waiting list, and I'm like, wow, I totally just like dipped out when people could have been playing. I don't know. I just like
there's only so much you can do.
Yeah, and it's just like I don't know. It just was. I learned my lesson though. Learned my lesson, and I'm ready for the next tournament, and I'm ready to make Blastoise a household name here. So.
So it looks like the opponents have checked in. I'm double checking. I'm looking at the list. So this will be Incineroar versus Rory Moon Dunsparce.
Okay.
So it looks like they popped off again. If they're having trouble streaming, I would rather we watch someone else.
Gotcha. Okay.
Which, you know what? Let's get the game going. Let's see if they get set back up. We'll run back to them. But let's run to table 5 with Sloth. Which I think this is a straight Charizard. I'm trying to make sure to get the game going. It's a Great Mill Tusk. Great Tusk Mill. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, I cannot stand this deck. I had to play against it last week. Just normal, just playing, and it's just like the first time ever like you ran into it and saw it because it was like just coming out, like during that time or whatever, like kind of getting popular, and it's just like. It was devastating.
Which this mill was just devastating.
Mm.
Hey, okay, they're alive. They're alive. Just a little airborne. Still good.
Oh man, unless they get what is it called? Is it the Misfortune Sisters? Is that the card that does the discarding from your hand or? What card is that? I can't remember on the top of my head right now.
No, Airy does tools from the hand. Misfortune Sisters does items from the deck off your top 5.
Gotcha. Okay.
Which with him, hopefully he has enough energy to he can set up here. Wouldn't mind seeing them put another energy onto the Lumineon in case they try to get stuck up there. But I mean, you got 0 card hand. Go ahead and start taking the damage. Start taking the KOs.
Definitely get that going, yep.
Which for my Charizard deck, IRL, I am running all full arts now. But it's not just the same full art. It's every single different variation.
Oh, see, that's okay. That's another thing that I actually do. Like when I get the chance, of course, like I definitely love to put like one of each. So you can like display the whole like gallery collection there of your Pokemon, like at first, like, people like, they get the best card that there is and just get like 4 copies of that one. And I'm just like, why not show like a bit of different everything, like, I don't know, but like, it's cool to hear. It's cool to know that I'm not the only one that does that, but that is awesome. So you got, of course, like the what is it? You got the gold one, I'm guessing, and you got
that's not the one I've got.
Okay.
It's the regular full art from City and Flames, shiny full art, and then there's another full art where he's looking in a different direction.
So the same full art of the shiny one, but the one is different, like reverse looking or whatever.
Yeah, instead of looking to the left, he's looking to the right. It's like the new version of EX coming out, where it's like instead of looking like up, it's like looking down.
Okay, huh? Okay. And this is online or IRL?
IRL. Online, I just use the fanciest version
Yeah. Okay. I get you.
because like I had it, and I was like, okay, what do I need? What more do I need? And then it's like, you know what? I've already got 2 of the full arts. Let's go ahead and just finish that out. Get the last one, the easy one. Went from there. So I'm trying to remember how I got the shiny full arts. I think that was a promo. That's right. Those 2 of them are promos. 2 of the full art Charizards are promos. So
Yeah. Oh, from that one. What is like the metal boxes they have that had the Dark Charizard in there?
yes.
Gotcha. Okay. I thought about selling one for myself, and I was like, but I already have regular Charizards. Do I really want to drop? I think it was like $40. The store I went to, and like, do I really drop $40 on just for one card right now? Pretty okay. That's the only. Of course, you get the packs and stuff, but I'm just like, is it worth this one card? And I was like, and so I definitely did not do so. But that's super sick that you have those cards IRL. Like that's my dream one day to have like the cool kid deck, you know. although like the thing is, I had a deck like that where I had some pretty nice looking cards in there, some like gold stadiums and some different like cards like that. But I don't know what it is with the house I moved into like this year, where like I just had them in my deck box. They had the sleeves on them, and a couple of days later I pull them out and they're all curved. And I'm like, what in the world? And like I had them underneath like a bunch of like, you know, like my extra bulk boxes. I put them under there to try to flatten them out, and like it barely worked. And I'm just like, did this really just happen? And so I'm kind of just like, I want to have the cool cards, but at the same time too, you risk getting curved from humidity or whatever, and then it's like, unfortunately, in certain like situations, like, you know, especially going to like a regionals or a bigger tournament, those cards are unusable.
Yeah.
And so it's like it's so devastating too when you spend that money on it, and then that happens just because for some reason your room just randomly decided to have humidity in it when you make sure that things are good and clear and clean. And it's like, oh my gosh, it's just ridiculous. But yeah, no, props to you, man, for having that. I definitely respect that a whole lot.
Yeah, and the best part is like the decent cup of coffee just talked about it too. So I'll talk about the Rayquaza mat here in just a moment as well.
Yes.
Because someone else, I just saw chat. I was catching up with chat a little bit. Everyone was like, "Aries, 2 items for banned." I'm like, "Yes, I know. Stop yelling at me." No, my work. I live in Seattle. We have the Pokemon vending machines everywhere now. They're starting to show up everywhere. I have one by my work. I have one near my house. I have one near my like doctors. I almost wondered if there was one in my doctors. They're just everywhere. So I was able to pick it up at retail. And the thing,
nice. Okay.
but the biggest thing is, and the biggest issue people have with these is they're restocking Evolving Skies.
I have seen a resurgence of that a whole lot where people are buying a bunch of those. I've seen that.
That's where they're getting them from.
From those vending machines. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, so that's how I was able to do that. Now, going on, the Rayquaza is a real life mat. Everything on doomed-gaming.com is real stuff. I print it, I ship it, everything right now. If it is on, but the original ones are on sale. So the Lugia, the Shadow Lugia, which has been very extremely popular, and everything else are real. They're there. And for this next one, things might ship a little bit later, but that's because I'm going to try to get everything in one giant print run. So it's not like, oh, okay, this person maybe got theirs early, this person not. Like, they all comes at once. Oh my god, this great test is just killing him. Stop.
It's so upsetting this match here. Like, see my boy Charizard go like this. But the mill deck, honestly, it really does, play very well against decks like this, where like you honestly don't have much options. It's like, because like you can do some attack there with a Charmeleon or a Charmander there if you need to, like use a couple turns to get rid of that Mimikyu and they have them up. But like you have no way to be able to switch them up there with the deck. It's like you're pretty much done for. And it's like, and I saw he did that for a couple of turns. He had the Mimikyu up there, and Charizard just could set. He could set up his bench, but that's about it. Couldn't do anything else. While there's just the other guys getting set up just to mill him away. And it seems like right now it's like if he has no way to get some cards back to his deck, which doesn't look like it, he looks like this game's about to be over.
Right. There's nine cards left. I was surprised he even involved the Charizard. Like, I feel like a little bit he's overbenched. Like, you don't need that many Pokemon on the bench against Mill. Anything you're trying to save how many you get. Because look, he saves Vitality again. That's another 4 cards. And then you top deck, that's 5. And if they mill you one more time, that's game.
Yeah, and I wonder on this mill deck too, because the one thing I ran into is they ran the Pidgeot V, and they kept on putting on the Forest Seal Stone on Pidgeot V. They used that, of course, and then they would just use his ability to throw him back in the deck, take him out, throw him back in the deck, take him out, so they never lose cards, and you're pretty much done. But I don't see Pidgeot V on his bench right now, which of course it looks like he does pretty much have the game this next turn. As long
as he's able to Setas or something else, he should be able to. Otherwise, he's only milling 1, and then he's in like a lot of trouble.
That is true. That is true. If he right now doesn't have the cards to put back, we did use Palpad to get those cards back into his deck, so it did save him a little bit there. But let's see. He might have that Pidgeot V prize if he has that running in his deck. Oh, and then we got this. Yep.
All right. Let's see what other players are still playing. See, maybe we can find someone else on stream. Let's see how Daycamp's doing.
Little Daycamp.
We think we got his stream fixed, so he might actually not be so choppy. Oh, it looks like it's still a little bit choppy. Okay, we'll find someone else first. Let's see. Oh, let's see how the Incineroar's doing. Looks like he got his stream back up. Okay. Looks like the game has just started. Let me double check. Make sure this is the one I'm thinking of. Wallach Optic Green. Yep, this is a match. So
I may just take a bit of time. Well, I mean, you can see on the right side that their time has gone down a lot. So maybe they just having a slow start here. Maybe.
Yeah, it looks like from looking at it. At their chat that not much got done, even though this does not look too good. They're down 2 prizes already and have a Pidgeot. But you do get the Poffin. When Moon gets going, it gets going.
No, luckily he had that Poffin to save him, because if he didn't get that Poffin, he was done.
Well, he could call for family. He could use the double turbo, call for family.
That is very true, which I definitely think would be a wise move here. He decides to not do that though and pass over to his opponent, which honestly is like, yeah, maybe not risk the double turbo to be able to have that set up for to get some attacking going, but like honestly, getting more Pokemon on your bench right now, I think that's what he needs to do.
Which right now he only needs a fire energy to attack. Like, but oh my God, this is gonna be hard, because then if they get the big moon set up, then it just doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah. No, Roaring Moon has been one of those decks right now that's definitely been, doing some damage. I've not seen a Roaring Moon yet though win a regionals or any big tournaments, unless I have been mistaken. But I have not seen it myself, and I've been trying to follow along quite closely to at least look at the standings and see what things are going on. But I've not seen a Roaring Moon win any tournaments. I don't think I've seen it recently get a top 8.
I don't know about regionals. Chat, if you can do it. 6 Stellar. I believe it's won a couple at least limitless tournaments. I'm checking out lately other things. I think top 8 UIC. I think that's true. UIC top 8. Roy Moon Dun Sparsted.
Oh, nice. Okay, kind of like this deck right here. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So that's where I picked up some of the steam. Let's see, 6th in Orlando. So Roaring Moon hasn't won, but it's made top 8.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, because it is a pretty solid deck. But one thing I wanted to ask earlier too, which like I've been looking at more and more recently. I saw some things about it when I'm watching some YouTubers out there. They were doing some like card reveals of Temporal Forces. The Rabska card. I've not seen any decks use that at all. And to me, it's like, I mean, of course, like it is like a 2-turn setup there, but for me, it's kind of a no-brainer. Like, why wouldn't someone want to try to set up a Rabska on your bench, which eliminates any damage to your bench Pokemon, and then also eliminates any effects as well from any Pokemon. And I just like, to me, it's just like, it's mind-boggling in a way that people haven't tried to use that yet. I don't know what your opinion on that is.
I think part of it is because it's a 2-step to block stuff. Pricing one half of it can be absolutely devastating. It can just ruin it.
True. I get it. Okay, that does make sense if you do prize it. That is very true. But then again, you can also, prize a Manaphy or prize a Jirachi. And so, like, for me, like, I just, like, like, for, like, a Charizard, like, for example, like, like, of course, you might have one or the other because it's pretty unlikely you would prize both. But, like, I've run into situations one time when before in my Charizard deck, I was running just 3 Charmanders at a point, like, in the very beginning, and I realized I was completely wrong for that. But I ran 3 Charmanders, and I prized all 3. And it was horrible. And it's like, I literally cannot do anything right now. Like, how am I going to be able to do anything with the deck I was going against? I think I was going against a Chen-Pao. And I was like, I can't do anything. And it was completely devastating. I couldn't get hardly any prizes at all. And it was just, it was horrible. It was honest. I think I also had like 1 or 2 rare candies as well in my prizes. And I'm like, what are the odds of that? 1 or 2 rare candies and then 3 Charmanders? Like, it was, I did not win. And unfortunately, it was against my youngest. So he thought he was the coolest guy in the world. And I'm like, bruh, I couldn't do anything.
Youngest kids, always.
They do. And then they rub it in your face as much as they can and try to milk as much as they can out of it. It's like, you only won because I couldn't do anything. Imagine if I could do at least one thing. But yeah, I'm definitely that way with my kids. Like, I want them to learn, I want them to learn, like, hey, you can beat me with me going as hard as I can on you. Like, I know you can do it, So it's just like, I don't let up. And then I promise it's not a pride thing. I promise. But those kids though, they're crazy.
Yeah, that's kind of how like they seem a little bit with the tabletop village people. Like they have a lot of youngsters who do really, really well. And one of the things about it is they play against the adults and go hard as they can constantly. Well, hell, Lucas Oldell, who won the regional Doom, the second one, he's a local here. He's always playing against the adults. He won an international. He won the Ocean. Yeah. Oh yeah, no problem, Robert. And Robert, I'll talk with you a little bit more about getting you set up to do commentary with us. Make sure you have everything. But yeah, he won the last Oceania before COVID.
That is insane. Wow. And he's local there with you, which is insane. That's crazy.
And then we've had plenty of our locals win regionals and more. Yeah, so actually, our local juniors are just insane.
Yeah, I remember, what was it? There was I'm originally from Michigan, and I was there visiting last month. And there's a local I go to there when I go and visit that I think one of the kids there too. A lot of people tell me that he was a champion. I don't know if it was a regional or if it was international. I don't think it was worlds, but someone, I don't know which one it was, but he's one of those that you won like also like recently, like last year or something big. And I was like, first of all, it's crazy just knowing somebody, no matter who they are, no matter what their age is, that you won a huge tournament. Like, that's insane. So, and like also hearing that reminded me of that too. But yeah, really, I want to ask a really cool question, because you said you're from Seattle, and like I know someone there too. It seems like Seattle gets like the coolest things. Like, there's so many things right now. Like a friend of mine is like over there, and he's telling me like, yeah, we got this and this and this. and I'm like going to the store to look for it. I go to like, out like in and around to look for it, like in San Diego. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? Like, it doesn't even exist. It's like, is Seattle like its own little world with all like the cool, like high tech stuff and the better things than everyone else? Because like, you're talking about these vending machines. I'm like, what is that?
Well, part of what helps, like why you have the vending machines here is like TPCI is located in Seattle. Well, not Seattle proper. It's located in Bellevue.
Okay.
So if as a corporation you task and you put things there, Amazon's here. So Amazon does all their stuff, including the stuff they just it was on there. Just a sec here.
Hey, you're good.
So like that don't just walk out technology that just killed at Amazon. They tested it here in Seattle first. Actually, I was part of it.
Gotcha. Okay. That's crazy.
Just a sec. We have someone having issues, and they said it was on stream.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. While he's fixing that, I do want to give a shout out to Senior Doom again on his amazing playmats, guys. You haven't got a chance to check one out. I'm pretty sure that there is still that discount code on there. I was looking at it myself and definitely want to get that money, get that money and get myself one, because honestly, the design of that, guys, and the detail on everything is phenomenal. If you have not got a chance to look at it yet, make sure you get a chance to before the pre-orders are up to be able to get yours, one of the first ones that come in for the next regionals of Tournament of Doom, because honestly, it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. And it's just cool. Like if you one day I'll be that guy too that collects my playmats. And I'm definitely getting my Senior Doom collection because the artwork that he does on them are phenomenal, guys. And if you have not got a chance to check it out, like I said it multiple times already, check it out before it's too late. Get yours already reserved to be able to get that in once they get mailed out, because they are definitely a good playmat to get. I can tell you that.
Nuffy400, thank you for the follow. I'll talk about this. We have a bug going on.
And I love that too, the monster game. Oh, it's so good.
We have a bug where the person couldn't click something. It sucks. Like we can't fix things, especially this late. So, but telling us when the bugs happen.
It's devastating too. We're like, oh, that, and it's again, hold on, where are you at?
But I'll show you guys the new Rayquaza mat. Check that out. If that happens, call a judge at worst, because there's ways to report the bugs, and if I get the game log as well, that helps, because then they can, with the game log, you can replicate exactly what happened.
Mm-hmm.
So you send me that, and it's like, okay, cool, I can pass that forward, and they can replicate your steps now. Which is why I don't know why they didn't have a game log before then, but it's so good. Yeah, this is the new Rayquaza mat. It's first front run's coming up. You can get with the Doom Regional, without the Doom Regional badge. It's all up to you. Pre-order runs till May 10th. On May 10th, I'll put in the order for what we had, probably a couple extras, and then I should get those actually probably within a few days. And then, because my printer is located in Oregon, and they ship it, and it literally just goes right up the freeway. Super easy. And then I sit there and I roll them up myself and send them off to everybody. And if you live in the South around Atlanta, be prepared for shipping delays.
Yeah, honestly, the design is so clean, my guy. Like for real, like you do a phenomenal job on your artwork. Like I've definitely have browsed your site a couple times, and like I said, I am saving it myself because I definitely want to get one of those playmats. And I am personally, like I mentioned before, and I'll say it again, I am waiting for a Fuecoco one. I'm waiting for that, or at least a cool Skeledirge one or something. I don't know, but like.
There's a list of just everything, and I have so much like no time. Like to be honest, this Rayquaza one, I started it Sunday at like 3 in the afternoon. I took a 3D model of Mega Rayquaza. I put it into the posing I wanted, and the match is done. So we will get moving on to round 3. How I wanted it, so I had a good reference, and then I drew it. I just put it all together, and it was all done very, very quickly. So let us see what our standings are and see who we have. We do have Go Bowling Addict. They are playing. Checking. They're playing Regidrago, so we're going to go watch them first.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
So we will get them. And then make sure everything's updated. Okay. Talking kids though, real quick. I got the Fuecoco puppet. Have you got the Fuecoco puppet yet?
I have not. When I saw you get it, I'm like, I need that.
Right. My youngest, who I've talked about on stream multiple times, is nonverbal autistic. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely loves the Fuecoco puppet. He will grab it off my shelf, my other Fuecocos, or he'll grab one of the other ones thinking that's the puppet. I'm like, please don't touch the world's Fuecoco. That one's got, that was like, I'm like, no, that one's going to have value. Don't touch it.
Yeah.
And the other ones are fine. And we'll sit there and we'll play. And like, I'll chase him around the house with it. And then he'll grab it and like bang it against the table like he's trying to kill it. And I go, stop killing Mr. Business.
Love that.
Yeah,
that's so awesome.
I call him Mr. TW Business, Mr. Tax Write-Off Business.
Nice.
And
love that.
We're just waiting on them here to get the set up, and we'll get into this game. So let's look at this list real quick. They are up against Gardevoir. And what does this play? Plays pretty simple with the Gardenia's Vigor. Again, yeah, we're just going there. I'm playing Blastoise IRL and Charizard online. Is that weird? No. I've 100% done that. So play something online and play something else IRL.
Yeah, no, same. And also shout out to you for playing Blastoise IRL. I do that. I'm trying to do the same. So shout out to Blastoise. Blastoise needs to make it. He needs to make it. Like, I'm gonna say it. Blastoise is better than Charizard. Sorry. I got to just go out with it. I have to.
All right, here we go.
And okay.
Match is going.
All right, here we go. I just also wanted to add really quick about the Fuecoco puppet. Again, when you posted that you were getting it, at first honestly didn't believe it was a real thing.
I was quite surprised.
Yeah, it was pretty weird. And I went on the Pokemon site, and then like the first thing I saw was this clip of like a little like puppet theater like curtain thing and all that, and also they just pop up and they're puppets. I'm like, Pokemon went there, and I'm like, huh.
And it's all choppy boys. It wasn't just like, oh, okay, here's these ones. They're like, we're going to get the ones that actually kind of make sense to do this, right?
Yeah, and it's awesome. It's seriously like, oh, like because I know they have Garchomp. Not Garchomp. Sorry, Gibble, Fuecoco. I think Totodile was one of them too. Yeah,
Totodile was one of them. And I think there were some other puppets before then, but these ones were specifically, this set was for like, these releases were for ones that chomp, like Graveyard.
Yeah, oh my gosh, it's so cute though. I'm definitely gonna get a Fuecoco one because I also, like I said, like for my job, I work with kids, and like puppets are a great tool to be able to work with them and stuff like that. And like I have this one where it's a certain character, and I use them to teach them lessons, stuff like that. And then also being able to have a Fuecoco puppet to do the same or have it as another character, like for me, that would be the dream. So I'm getting one of these days.
Yeah, they're called the Bite Buddies. So
odd.
the Bite Buddies was Totodile, Trapinch, Fuecoco, Nibble, and Graveyard, which Graveyard has no reviews. I wonder if anyone even bought them. That makes me feel sad.
I was just about to say the same thing. That is pretty sad.
And the other puppets you can still get are Quagsire, Marshtomp, Psyduck, and Slowpoke. So
That's so
just,
awesome.
those are other ones. The Bite Buddies are a little bit more expensive than them. But I love that they're called Bite Buddies. Like they fully just went in and said, yeah, we're going to do this.
The name is pretty awesome. Like honestly, props to Pokemon for that move. I think that was pretty great.
All right. So, you know, I'm saying, they got the Mimikyu. I think Go Bowling doesn't have a way through it. Does anything go through it? Does he have a Shred Attacker at all? No, because you would have to. He can't even start Requiem because he doesn't meet the requirements for it.
That's true.
So the Mimikyu, Baby Drago? Oh, he's got two Baby Dragos. Okay, so you know what? He does have an attacker. I did not see the Baby Drago. Thank you for pointing that out, Daycamp. It's sitting right there. Choose 2 cards. Wow.
What's he getting? What's he getting?
I'm trying to remember how exactly that works.
Wait, was that V-Star ability right?
It
Or
seemed like
am I thinking something else?
it seemed weird to me because like it's supposed to be discard 7,
Yeah, 7. That's what I thought too. But it gave him the option to choose between.
like 20.
Yeah, that's definitely a glitch.
That had to be.
Not looked at a Holland.
I'm gonna ask him for the log here to make sure. I'm gonna go in there and ask him for the log.
Yeah, it's super weird. Like, 'cause I was reading them. Like, that's a pretty awesome move. You can choose from all those cards, but no, it definitely is discard top side of your deck and put 2 cards from your discard into your hand.
Any discard. So that means everything that was already in the discard was up to come back.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens when you watch these decks you've never seen before. You're like, okay, what is this?
Yeah. Oh, that is actually kind of crazy. I mean, of course, discarding 7 cards is pretty crazy, though. But then again, you get to choose from any of those with that V-Star there. That is very interesting.
Both chats from YouTube and Twitch are letting us know. They're like, you guys need to do more studying.
Yeah, they're like, give us your job. Gosh, yeah, no, I agree. I definitely need to, because yeah, this Regidrago V-Star deck, I've not heard of it, so this is definitely new to me. I'm trying to. That's why, honestly, my counting on my end for this game has been very minimal. For most games, usually. But yeah.
You find the game log from the match itself. If you've already left the whole match, the game log's gone. Normally at the end, at the victory screen, there's a place where it has game log on the bottom, or in game, you can see it. I'll click on here real quick. Right here, this right hand side, you can look at that, and that's your whole game log, which you can still export as the game is going.
Yeah, and it's pretty cool too, looking back and using that game log. Like, if you're playing and like it's not your turn yet, you can look through and see really quick what things have happened, and so it's a really cool, useful tool. Again, Pokemon really late into that, but glad they did it though.
Okay, yeah, you can't get it now, which sucks. And it would help, but it's not necessary for what the issue we had. So it just helps. It helps when like you have a bug. If you have that, then they can replicate the game state of what cards were and everything. They can go through it and even go like step by step doing it. And that's why like the game log's great if you have a bug, because then you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it just makes things just a little bit easier.
Yeah, look at this match here right now. You know, this the guy over here with the Gardevoir deck, he's definitely got some things set up and is doing some damage and has that 2 prize card lead right now with Regidrago only with 2 of those V stars in play, and that is it. But they just put another V, so let's see what happens here.
It looks like top decking is finally catching up to them. Which that happens to any good deck, any deck at all. Sometimes you just don't draw. I had a game today. I played against Etchy. I think he was streaming. I started Clefairy and a whole bunch of cards I couldn't use. And then I top decked Charmander and I benched it. And then he was playing Lost Zone, got to 7, and just absolutely killed me with Greninja. Right my board. I was like, well, that happens. And just moved on.
It does, and it's devastating. Like, oh, especially the other day when I was playing against that mill deck. Like, I would pull a card from my turn, do that top deck, and it's like, okay, I got nothing, and I did it for like, I think 3 turns in a row, and it was so devastating. Just looking at all my cards going to the discard pile, I'm like, come on. Oh
yeah.
man, it's just,
now the interesting thing that can happen here, if he's got the Noivern EX in the discard, he can absolutely just negate all damage done to them by basic Pokemon. The issue that becomes then, the Gardevoir can still attack. But they also don't have Gardevoir, baby Gardevoir anymore. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Baby
Gardevoir, which wrecked so many games for me. I'm personally happy. I mean, it was a cool card for those who used it, but for me, where I was not a Gardevoir player, it definitely did me some damage for sure. So I am somewhat happy that the card is gone.
And we'll see the concession here. The one with energy is gone.
Yeah,
not coming back from that. So let's go ahead and see if we got another game going. I'm
really interested in seeing that Alolan Executor V deck going in play, because I was looking at his deck and he's running the Hero's Cape as his A spec, and that Hero's Cape on the Executor V, 340 HP on that? That's crazy.
Let's jump to Blazy. Blazy is still playing, so we'll get that going.
All right.
Just so we can get our game up, because I think we still have almost 20 minutes.
Yeah, we have quite a bit left, yep.
Sadly, that last game did not go as long as we hoped.
Not at all. And also just huge, huge stage moment. Honestly, for that guy that was, had that Regidrago deck. Like, I feel that the V-Star ability that he used in that moment kind of went against him. I feel like he discarded a lot of cards that were useful that he definitely needed to get his deck, his bench set up a little bit more. And he got cards out for that moment to be able to attack, but it definitely hurt him in the long run.
So we are seeing here the Lugia. Lugia set up. They gotta be digging for like energy or something. I have no idea what their opponent's digging for, but there was energy there. So what are they digging for? Are they hoping to possibly attack with a RCSV as they give them the doof here?
Hey. Oh, it's devastating. There it goes. There it goes.
We see the thumbs up.
Game.
All right, so we're gonna jump and try to find another game now.
Yeah.
I think
that was nice to watch, though. It was nice to watch the time.
Let's see how Sloth is doing here. What's this game at? 4-3. Let's see how long this lasts. That's the only bad thing about doing such like a limited number, is that like we get things, but these things move fast. Like every round is finished with like 4 to 5 minutes beforehand. And like normal tournament of Doom, like we will have 200 players some weeks, more than, and we'll have like 3 judge calls at the end of every round.
Yeah, I get those notifications on my phone quite a bit. So it's like, wow, this thing's going.
Yeah. And so like I sit here, a lot of times, like tonight, I'm judging by myself. It's just quicker and easier.
Yeah, I get you. And also too, like you said, having it limited that way, and you just doing the judging, it like you said, quicker and easier. It's not too much of a hassle trying to get to see everything, because with only 60, how many people are in this room right now? 68, you said?
64. We limited to 64 because you can get a clean 6-0 winner. Like no competition. Like, oh my god, he had more resistance or whatever. You 64, as long as everyone plays, which we only have a no top cut, everyone should play. You end up with a clean cut.
Yeah, true. Okay.
Which this feels horrible for our Charizard player here, because he can evolve. He can even throw if you wanted to like prevent it, or make him have more, but just not there.
Because he unfortunately has 3 prizes, so with this, he's definitely gonna have to play another turn at least to be able to get the win here. But it looks like this mirrored opponent here might have it next turn if he has that bosses somewhere.
This would have been a great turn to possibly have attacked with Radiant Zord if they had it, but let's see. It seemed like they thought about bossing last turn.
Yeah,
they don't.
Yeah.
There it is. The Iono might make sense, but they have the Barrel else. Now you're forcing them to use what cards they still have in hand. And if anything, they have to thin now to use Barrel instead of getting 1 free Barrel and putting all that stuff on the bottom. If you had Eerie, that would be a great turn to Eerie, because then you could be like, oh, hey, okay, do they have game? Do they not?
Yeah, exactly. You had a chance to look at that hand.
Because all they need is a Charizard. That's all they need. Palpad, you got to put back cards, so you're at, right now you get 1. Could be an Arvin. Rotom if you Collapse Stadium. So Rotom if you haven't used your V-Star yet. So they thinned as far as they're getting. And they got it. Oh, wait.
Got it.
They have the energy.
Oh, that would be crazy if he didn't.
Okay, he
does.
does.
He does. Yeah, he's got it. Yep.
You'd be surprised how many times I've won this matchup because someone did not check their energy counts. That's not even about pricing. Like, you just don't check your energy counts.
Yeah, and it's so vital in a Charizard deck. If you don't have those, if you don't have your energies in your deck, and you're just playing like you have some extra energies to spend, that is devastating. It's happened to me before. Definitely can say that for a fact. Where I was playing, and I'm like, oh yeah, I got extra energy here. And I threw. I think I threw like, again, rookie mistake. I was in the beginning when I started playing. Threw 2 on my Radiant Charizard, and then afterward, I realized I'm like, why did I do that? Looked at my deck. I had 1 energy to put on my next Charizard, and that was it. I had nothing else. And I'm like, well, there's game.
See how Wancho's game's going real quick. He's up against JMU boy. Oh, we can actually watch the other side of Wancho's game. Oh, let's go do that.
Okay. All right. Sounds
Okay. Wancho, friend of the stream. I'm gonna give him a shout out here in a minute. All right. So I'm wondering if the Mew. Well, I want to know how he's gotten 3 prizes. Like, has it all been like against the babies or what? Like, it's not interesting coming into a game where you haven't watched any of it. You're like, huh, I wonder what's going on here.
Yeah. I was trying to think too right now.
I have actually taken Jirachi out of my deck, my Charizard deck, and I have not regretted it yet.
Really?
Yeah.
Because for me, like Jirachi's definitely saved me a lot from. Or, I mean, thinking back, like it's kind of been hit miss with like Lost Zone decks. Because sometimes you don't even see you don't even see it. You know, you don't even see the Sableye there to be able to actually get damage taken against you.
I've definitely have beaten a lot of Lost Zone decks with Charizard now because they just don't have the path to the peak anymore. And
yeah.
So we brought out the Pidgeot, which is pretty much the right move to do. You can get a KO this turn. I think your biggest issue is how do you finish the game? Since you're playing the Sables, yeah, like you could take out the Flare Veil Bell. That just limits them from getting more attackers out. But you'll essentially have 1 turn to win the game next turn.
Exactly. That Jirachi on bench there, it's kind of like, okay, what can he be able to even try to attack with? Like, if he does get, a Sableye out, or what are they going to use? What's his plan?
You get the Mew back and possibly attack the Charizard because the Charizard will be at 1. And also, he does play Crisis Punch. So Crisis Punch could come in and it could absolutely destroy.
That is very true. If he gets that Crisis Punch next turn, throws on that Cramorant, but it looks like Cramorant's getting a knockout here, unless he does use Super Rod and is able to Flower Select it back into his hand.
Yeah, he needs a lot. 15 card deck. You would need Super Rod the Cram back. You would need a Boss's Orders and the Crisis Shot. Was the Crisis Shot's in the Lost Zone, so no, it doesn't matter. So now you're looking kind of like the Mew Mirage Gate move.
Looking like it.
I think they have Iron Hands over Raikou.
Yep, that's true. Yep. Can confirm. I have this right here. Yeah, the Iron Hands over Raikou. Yep.
So you'll at least see 3 cards starting this game. You'll see top deck, and then you'll see 2 from your flower selecting. So after that, it's just a matter of which one is it. What do you get, and what can you get off of everything else?
Yeah, exactly. One thing I do like about Lost Zone decks is before I was like a huge like person, like a huge hater against the Lost Zone decks. But one thing I do appreciate a lot, it does do a lot of thinking. Like you have to really be a player that knows your deck, knows the other decks, and knows, okay, I don't need this one this match. I need this one more than the other one. So I know which one's a Lost Zone. I know which ones to actually put in my hand. And like I do respect Lost Zone players because it's a lot of thought process, and they're pretty good decks, honestly. There's a reason why people still use them.
So we do see the KO here, obviously. I don't know, it seemed to hurt a little bit more because now they can Pokegear, possibility of something. The Manaphy's kind of useless. Maybe Roxanne because you can get more cards. Get sick, way more cards. Okay, not maybe everything you're looking for,
but not everything you look at is very true. So you got the flower selecting.
Got a Rod. You have the Jet Energy. I think how you do this.
Definitely Jet Energy up the other. Oh, you got the Mirage Gate in hand. That's it.
That should be it. Yeah, that should be it.
Yep.
Put
that back in there, nest ball for it.
Grab the Mew, Mirage Gate, Jet Energy, boom, game. Because they're down to one prize, you get instant KO from the Mew.
Insane.
Instant, yeah. Looking it through, that Roxanne just won the game.
Crazy. Oh, that was a good. I mean, we didn't watch the whole thing, but that was a pretty good match for what we watched for.
And that's the worst thing is that the Charizard deck, depending on how the Sablezard plays into it, usually gets baited into either getting Crisis Punched or Mew. And the Mew will just absolutely destroy it.
Yeah, I've definitely underestimated Mew EX and kind of regretting it because that genome hacking is an amazing thing. And I've seen some people like use the genome hacking against the Dialga V-Star deck, taking that V-Star ability since it is an attack technically and using that against players. And it's crazy what they do with Mew EX. It is honestly just unbelievable how good it is and how I feel like underlooked it has been seen as an attacker.
So have you talking about decks that have kind of underlooked and like under attackers? Have you seen Nelson Guillen's Gouging Fire EX deck?
If not,
it is. You look at it, it's got 3 Gouging Fires, 1 Entei, 1 Delphox, 2 Squawks, Mew EX, Valiant EX, Radiant Greninja. Yes, I said Valiant EX in a deck that's trying to use Sadas.
huh?
He has one tournament to do with it, and he's winning a lot of other stuff. It's deck he's really good with, and we can reach out to him and have him on next round.
I would be glad to see that. This is a very interesting deck.
He's currently 3-0 with it. He just beat a Raging Bolt Lost Zone deck, which we've had on too. Shira's a good player. They've been on before with the Raging Bolt Lost Zone box, which is interesting in itself. And I would assume he's going to like either line up against like Blazy, maybe Blueberry. So V's 2-1 right now with the Garchomp. He's beating up Charizards, it looks like. We have the Dun Sparse at number 2, Dialga Matane at number 1. Like some of these names I see are like people who are like top of this all the time.
Oh boy, yo, you got Dialga with Matang on top, my boy.
Yeah. Which there was an interesting Reddit discussion. Someone was asking, is the Limitless tournaments actually worth playing and online? And like I'll keep defending online all the time. It's kind of nestled itself now where the competition is stronger than most league cups you'll get, depending on where you live. But it's not up to like a regional, because a regional you're going to have well over 1,000 to 2,000 players, high-end names there every week. Like Azul's played my tournaments, but he doesn't play it every week, and it's like inconsistent. But he's going to be at every single regional.
Gotcha. Yep. No, very true.
So you get this kind of weird thing to it. Like it's nowhere near as bad as say like your locals. When you just have like, gym night or whatever. I don't remember what they call it.
Those having gym leader challenge show up?
No. It's just where you have like a locals thing where you just show up and play. They used to do a lot with that. Like you just show up and play.
It's like a local tournament, you mean? Or kind of like, is it tournament or free play?
Free play.
Okay, okay.
It used to be that you could do those and get play points.
Really?
Yeah. But play points don't matter for too much. Like, unless you're a junior and senior registering for NAIC, I guess, but
Gotcha. I mean, getting free play points and you're just playing just normal free play day. That's pretty crazy.
they also used to do like different promos for it. Like, oh my god. Like the play packs are great, and like the amount of stamped promos we get now is so good. But they used to have like a little bit more limited selection. Like my favorite is the Ultra Ball League Cup one. That's one that I use. I actually had like 6 of them. It's a different art. It's a 3D art Ultra Ball with League Cup stamped on it. And reverse hollow.
Which one did you said?
The League Cup stamp Ultra Ball, which even getting like a moderately played version of it is still $10. To get like a mint version, you're talking almost 20. And there's the last match. So let's go ahead and get this keep going.
Oh, that is a pretty card. I'm just looking at it right now. Like that's.
They had some really good whatever it's called, League Cup promos around them with the balls. Like they had Cherish Ball, like Quick Ball got one. Like everything for a while there got stamped promos. But you had to go to the tournaments and play them and get a play set. I kind of like the play packs better because you get more. And then you got the cool Cosmic Hollows. Like I got the Arvins and Cosmic Hollow.
Yeah, those are cool. I have a couple of those too.
So I reached out to Nelson about getting him on stream this round so we can see the Gouging Fire. We do have Blazy as a backup and JMU boys still. Both Rios. They are not playing Nelson, so I can't just jump to them.
Yeah.
JMU boys in a Lost Zone Mirror, and Blazy is against Dun Dun Sparse. Nelson is against Chimpao. So this could be difficult, but let's see. We'll see. Did I ever stop the music? Oh no, I never did. I looked and was like, hey, you're still playing music. I'm like, oh. Oops. There we go. Nelson's also one of the locals for me, Moxie Roxy. Did I buy my full art lance before the price spike? I had my full art lance before the price spike. I pulled them.
That's crazy. That was the thing I just thought today too. That with the price spike on that because of the decks that are being used over
in Japan.
Yeah, I was gonna say Japan. Yeah, yep.
Which, if you want to look at them, I will pop them up the City Leagues because they are being updated again. April 24. Yeah, this is not shop dates. Like this one had Lugia Cinchino win, but then I don't know if Diplo and Grookey there too. But then there's Dragon Ball Zatu and Dragon Ball Pidgeot. Which the style I make mats for the originals, I think Dragon Ball will look really good, but here's a spoiler for everyone here. The next mat is Bidoof.
No way.
It's going to be hilarious.
We're gonna get the doofer. I think I remember something about that. Like I saw somewhere. I wish it was Discord or on Twitter or something. I saw a slight leak there about that. When you said it just now, I'm like, yep. I felt it coming.
Yeah, it was voted as like one a landslide. What?
That's what I saw. Yep, the voting. That's what it was. Yep.
And so I was like, man, I gotta do something more. Oh, the Tatsuguri. That one's Altar's gonna be so good. And I'm like, and the reason I'm talking about it here is like, there isn't as much people who do the normal tournament Doom. Just a sec. I'm like, you know what? I'll say it now. It'll look hilarious. Like this whole style, like where everything looks like it's gonna be, big and bad and everything, and now it's gonna be Bidoof as the fourth one.
I love that though. I love that, like not having just like the super like dark boss looking Pokemon there. It's just a Bidoof. It's awesome. It's chill. I like that.
So like I'm trying to figure out how I want to do it. Like, do I want to just sitting? I'm not exactly sure yet, but we'll have it set up and it'll be great. And it'll be like a whole bunch. It's a lot of hard black and other things. If you've ever seen Hellboy, the Hellboy Hellboy art style. That's what I'm kind of mimicking.
Oh yeah, okay, I see it now. Now that you said that, yeah, I totally get it. But imagine though, wait, imagine doing that though with Bidoof, and just making a super intense looking Bidoof. I don't know. I just thought I just thought of that. I was like a menacing Bidoof just waiting to gnaw on tree trunk. I don't know. And just like super menacing eyes, and just like with that art style, that would go kind of hard, dude. I think that would actually be pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it would be great. I think it would be a great fourth one because like I have other options. I have way so many more options. We have, as we're just waiting for them to get the game going. We're just waiting on the side. Armor Mewtwo would look, or even just Mewtwo in general, would look awesome. Like, it's just imposing, right? So imposing. Garchomp could look great. Someone brought up Scorch VMAX. Look awesome too. Right? There's certain ones that are like monstrous and have jaws and other things. Like, it'd be great. But Bidoof would just be so good. I can even have it kind of floating there if I wanted to, like it's God Bidoof.
Dude, that please.
So
please, that would be amazing.
So it's there. It's in the ideas, and I don't know when the next release is, so I might have time to really figure it out, or I might do a double release where I release Bidoof and maybe something else with it, like Dragapult, just because Dragapult might be more of a deck by then. Who knows?
Yeah.
Usually I was trying, like, at least for the second regional, I was like trying to do something that looked like it was going to be a deck. And we had Lugia be a deck, but then again, a lot of Lugia stands came out of nowhere. I was like, wow, there's a lot of Lugia stands. They're like, yeah, we exist. I'm like, cool.
Yeah, quite a bit. Like, I definitely have a couple friends here I have one friend who is a Lugia fanatic. So they do exist. They're there.
So it was, and the Rayquaza ones are out there. I went with Mega Rayquaza just because it looked more fearsome than regular Rayquaza does. Like, regular Rayquaza looks like a good dragon thing, but then you add these like giant mouth spikes to the side and more fins and other stuff. I'm like, man, this guy gets it.
Yeah, and the artwork on that too. Like, honestly, again, you did a phenomenal job, and I'm not just trying to fanboy right now. Like, you actually did a phenomenal job, and I actually I have a friend too who also is a huge Rayquaza fan as well. So definitely would need to save that money up and get myself one, and maybe throw an extra one at him. There's a good little gift there, because honestly, it's great. It really is great. But the floating Bidoof, I would 1,000% buy. That is so cool.
Right now, from Nelson's side, the Chimpao is set up. It is as set up as it's going to get. I'm trying to think if there's any way in the world they KO both those Fridgebacks. I think he plays Prime Catcher.
He does, yeah.
So you need like Prime Catcher, Seda. Just a lot. Does he want the boss? Would you grab your boss and then eat it?
Yeah, that's very strange.
The hand doesn't look much better either. That's one of those. That is one of them where I don't know why you would grab something like that. Like, and then watch it go away. Like, maybe if you're trying to get the Seda or something, I can understand. But I just couldn't. I couldn't. I would have held on to that boss like it was my only child.
Yeah, especially in this matchup, you definitely need that for sure. 100%. Oh, let's see what he does here. This is okay. Okay.
And this is one of the ones where I want to trust in what he's doing. He's played the deck more than I have. He's played the deck more than you have. So hopefully he knows what he's doing.
Good. Going for the restart on the Mew EX. Oh, he gets that.
There's the
there.
Sados.
There it is. Yep. Get that gouging fire going. Yep. Okay. I'm just watching suspense right now. It's like trying to figure out what he's gonna do. Because this deck is kind of a box in itself. There's so much going on. Well, did he try to do the restart again? Oh no, I know. He's going to retreat there.
He's going to give up. He's going to give up the Radiant Greninja, but he's also forcing the Bidoof player. Said Bidoof way too much. The Chien-Pao player here to do either attack with the Radiant Greninja, which isn't going to do itself a lot of good, or use up assets to get it out of the active. Right now, the Gouging Fire has 290, which again means like instead of being KO'd for like 2 water energies, now it's KO'd for 3. Let's see, 60, 120. Yeah, you need 3 water energies now from the Chien-Pao to KO it.
Yeah, which is pretty easy to get. So it's unfortunately devastating for him in that sense. That weakness. Like thinking about it right now, I think Chien-Pao is probably the worst matchup for him. I'm really excited to see how he does in this match. What he decides to do here.
Like his biggest thing is he needs to give up only the Greninja this turn, Radiant Greninja, and then hopefully be able to get attack off the Gouging Fire can KO. The Delphox isn't going to KO. Sorry, my dog slammed up against the door. But they could also be hopefully setting up some more things. But also remember, Delphox cannot KO a lone Bidoof on the bench.
That is very true. Oh no. He did pull that Bibarel just now. Getting that going to get that draw power a little bit on his side. Oh, this does look pretty devastating for our Gouging Fire player here.
Do you know what? You know what's fun to do against Chien-Pao players? Evo de-evolution. Just keep spamming that all day.
There's a card where you can get tools from your discard back into your deck, correct?
Yes, it is Regieleki. The basic Regieleki. It easily gets stuff back. It works very well. Now here's the issue with this Radiant Greninja being the active that's coming up. He could completely ignore the active and go after the Squawk ability and the Mew EX. Meaning here that Nelson has to now get rid of it.
Yeah, it's kind of like forcing that beta for the Radiant Greninja because now he's in trouble. He's thinking.
Because you don't want to give up the jet. You don't want to just use boss's orders. Well, yeah, you can also use Roseanne's backup, but the Regieleki seems to work the best. Seems.
We start getting those 2 cards there. Fortunately, supporter there. Throw in that jet energy and discard to get 2 more cards. Okay, pull the tracking shoes. We can get something there. Who knows? Okay.
Did he already use the restart?
He did. He did. I don't think he realized it.
Oh.
He did. I saw that. Yeah, there he goes.
There he goes.
Man, that's so sad.
I was hoping to see more from this deck. But he did draw the worst he could. Let's see how Blazy's doing. Like, I saw the matchup, I was like, oh man, you know what? Looks like Blazy won. How much time's left?
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Nobody else is streaming, so I think Wancho is the only other one. Let's see how Wancho's doing. His game, oh, he's got Chimp out too. I don't think he even plays against he doesn't have a belt. He doesn't play a mighty belt.
Okay.
I don't think he does. I can look at this list real quick. I'm gonna have to get off it for a second. And then I just pressed the button. His ace spec is the prime catcher, so he's playing the prime catcher version.
Gotcha. Okay.
Which, like, part of me is like, I've been on again, off again on the Cleffa. Like, I don't think I use the Rotom more so than I ever use the Cleffa.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, because I was thinking about that too. Because in my deck right now, I have both of them. I have Rotom, and I also do have Cleffa too.
I'm trying a version where I'm only running 2 Arvins. I did that last format, but a couple times already. So right now, just running 2 Arvins just felt horrible. Well, we'll see the Iono here. Maybe, hopefully, he'll see something. I feel like you at least have to collapse. You could, from his perspective here, you could rare candy, get the Charizard, everything else, right? Prime catcher, hard retreat, something you put the extra energy on, and take out that fridge bags. But alternatively, you could also just KO what's in front of you.
I did see that too. He put that second energy there on that Manaphy, and he mentioned it just now. He definitely should have. I feel he should have put that on that Charmander as well. But then again, too, like having that Manaphy up there, they try to do that. Who knows? Oh, this is.
So he's going to take out what's in front of him.
Yeah.
Because taking out the Chin Pal this turn, taking that out, gives him less options to be able to get energy to draw more cards with the Greninja.
Yeah, very true.
You don't know what they have, but they only have 2 cards in hand. Now they don't have access to Pokestop either. And
Also,
the top deck, they had the Irida.
Oh no.
But it depends on what they have. For the Vessel, I think they might have it. So that's where, like, I think going after the Backscaler makes sense, because then they have to find they would have that, but then they would still have to find another attacker, and they would have to find more.
Wait, did he just whiff that earthen vessel?
I think he did.
Wait a minute.
He's not out of it. He grabbed the earthen vessel off the air. Did he not check his own cards? Oh my god. Oh, he even got the Pidgeot set up now.
Oh my gosh. Wait a minute. This is turning around.
Oh, this whole game. Yeah, I just went outside. And then with the boss. Oh, we get more alt-art bosses.
Agreed.
Go back, give us a Lysander, give us the Giovanni, give us a Lucamine, give us a, I don't know, Getsis is right there. Give us a Guzma. I don't think we'll get a Lucamine, but I think we'll get a Guzma.
Yeah, and also like boss lord is a staple in every deck. It's like they've got to get more out.
We've had 7 professors, but only 4 bosses.
That's heartbreaking.
But then again, we got 2 professors, researchers with Seda and Turo. And then they got other cards.
True. They did get the double because of the future and ancient cards that they got as well. Okay, here he goes. Yep, throwing that backs up with that prime catcher with the free retreat on Pidgey. I'm Pidgey out there. I'm Pidgey with John now.
Roxanne just to do a little bit of extra, hopefully a little bit extra damage there.
In the attack on the Baxcalibur, knocking it out, giving him even less options to work with. Yeah, the other opponent needs so many cards right now to be able to do something. It looks like it might be in our Charizard's favor here.
Heavy Ball. Oh my god, Heavy Ball is just not not the card you want to see. This is one of the last 2 matches. Also, so. Oh. You could possibly use a superior and draw. You get somewhere. Oh, there's a rare candy too.
Oh, he had to, unfortunately. Let's see what he gets.
Rod.
Okay, he's putting back in that Chen Pao.
And then the concession.
Yep. He pulled it off. That was crazy. Oh my gosh.
Well, that's Charizard for you right now. Charizard will go and just come back from anything. I've had games where I've played Charizard and I was down 5 prizes to 0. I had no prizes taken. And I just won. Like I feel like you'd be aggressive against the deck. Yeah, well, I don't know why they put the Heavy Ball. But sometimes it just doesn't work out in your favor. Which this next round, we're going to get Blazy in because I keep going to him as a backup. Let's actually get him into like an actual one. He's killing it. He's 4-0. He'll either get Chin Pao, Dialga, or Lost Box Charizard, I think. Yeah, because then that'll put us at 2 5-0s, and the 5-0s play, and that gives us 1 6-0.
Amazing. Let's see what he gets. He deserves to be on stream right now.
So we stream curse him. Have we had a person on stream win yet?
I mean, we did see the Charizard guy.
Oh, right. We did see that. I was like, I need to one night actually write down who won on stream, who lost, and be like, okay, this is actual like stream curse versus not stream curse.
I mean, honestly, I'm pretty sure that every match we've watched tonight has all been losses on the side that we're on. So maybe. I'm thinking about it. When you guys watched me play my Blastoise deck, I did lose.
That's true. And sometimes it is. Some people go, man, like, okay, I'm cool being on stream, and then they end up taking the worst absolute draws.
Which is crazy. That's so crazy.
So it's just like, yeah, I can only do so much.
Yeah. But I really just feel it's the amazing Pokemon TCG live we have. It's the luck of the live. Not so much stream. We're just observing. We're just observing the amazing draws that the wonderful live gives us.
That's one of those iceberg things. Like some people going off like, is the RNG on live worse? Is it better? Is it not? Like, do I shuffle better? And some people are like, do you shuffle horribly? And that's why you get better RNG. You know, what is it? Like I have my own things. Like I will, before I'll play, I try to do this every round. I stopped doing it in regionals and I watch my regional stuff go down. I do 3 solitaire games. So I shuffle, solitaire, play out like the first 2 turns, put it back, reshuffle, do it again, reshuffle. So like I feel like I get a better better setup to it, which, oh my god, thank you, F Surge. I think that should work. It might be tournaments. Oh wait, there it is. It popped up. I don't know why stream almost didn't pop up there. It's just one of those things. Like I've had my best League Cup showings, my best regional showings when I've done that. Like I solitaire in between rounds.
Idea though, honestly, solitaire is a great tip to use. Like it's definitely helped me a lot being able to just get the deck moving and you know, getting those shuffles in, and then also just, I don't know, like just getting yourself like, you know, just like mentally ready for the next match. So I totally see that.
So I don't know if it's always mentally ready, but it just makes me feel better. And like I'm not going to another League Cup until like Mother's Day weekend, which is just a Saturday. Sunday I have plans. So I'm like, yeah. I'm surprised Mrs. Doom didn't bring up, but that's on Mother's Day weekend. I'm like, Sunday's gonna be all about you. Saturday, I'm going to a tournament. My one tournament in the next like month and a half. My friend's retiring from TOing soon, and that's the one he runs. So I want to go up and make sure. I think this might actually be his last one.
Gotcha. Okay. I mean, yeah, you gotta feel that love.
So
people understand. She got Sunday.
You got Sunday. It's all good. All right. So round 5 is going. We've got the last of the round. Let's get it going. We'll get Blazy on. Blazy will be up against Chin Pao. So we're gonna watch Chin Pao again. But this time against Lugia, which makes it a little bit more interesting because Chin Pao's got the one prize just to like trade on and off with.
Okay. You know, this Lugia deck here. Excited to see this. Oh, speaking of Lugia deck too, I pulled the Alt Art Cincino yesterday as well, which is such a pretty card. It's so nice. It is so nice, and like a lot of the cards I've been pulling, like the alt arts from Temple Forces, they're all pretty on point. Like it's pretty great. Like the color schemes they put into it, and like the detailing. Like honestly, like I was definitely content when I pulled a Deerling, but like having that alt art, it's just like wow, these colors are awesome.
I'm hoping it's coming up soon. We should get announcements about the Pokemon trading card game illustration stuff. I'm hoping what I submitted will do well. I tried something different. I've shown it on stream before. I probably pop it up real quick. Let me see if I can find it. I did 2. I did Eevee and Bidoof. You had to do Bidoof, right?
Yeah, that's very
Let's see
true.
it, pop it up real quick. So there's the Bidoof if you're watching on stream. And then this is the Eevee. Like,
Delay though. Waiting for it though. I'm
oh
trying
yeah,
to see
you're
it.
on delay, but there they are. Let's see them in a moment. So we're just waiting for the game to start. Yeah, I tried something a little. There should be popped up now. I tried.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I tried a little something different with it, so we'll see. Like,
Man, I
like,
was a sore point.
like the weird part of it all for me is I've had high-end clients. I've done stuff for massive corporations and stuff. I've worked for Amazon. I've worked for Reddit. I've worked for well, those are like my two highest profile clients is Amazon and Reddit. But I've done work for T-Mobile, both freelance and now I work for them. I've done illustration work for just various everything, startups, just all over the place, apps. And like Pokemon is like the one that feels like it's like kind of like out of reach a little bit. Like I don't know if I fully get it or what, but I like my playmats. I don't know if I did my playmat style with it for a card, if they'd want that for the competition, but hell, I'd love if I just did a full art card or something like that. Maybe I'll just do that on my off time, which doesn't exist.
No, I hear on that. I've been weirdest thing. I've been trying to schedule in off time for myself in my daily life, and I feel like I heard like that tip one time from somebody, and I was like, I think I really need to do that more often. Just like, you know what, from this into this time, I have free time, okay? And then the rest of the time, and just a little bit. I think just with a little bit that you can schedule yourself for, I really feel like that's, you know, it makes such a huge difference, like in your week, and just having that scheduled time to be able to just do that. Just you schedule it, you know, free time. This is for me to do what I want to do. Like, I don't know. I feel like it would help. I definitely have been trying to get to it, but it's so hard to schedule the free time when you have no room in your schedule.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens with me.
Yeah.
So here we go. We've got the game going.
And here, Lugia going first with their deck, and they got some Lugia V's off of that start here.
Well,
And this thing's ready to go.
We do have to be careful here. The Iron Hands can come up and take 3 prizes off the Lugia. Lugia V Star a little bit harder, but they can on the Lugia V, which they have a fairly solid start here. I'm gonna get the other V down. You know they're not going to upset your hand. I would almost Great Ball just a Great Ball. Maybe get the Chinchino set up. You are one hit KOing the Chinpao with the Lugia. So you can get like 2 free prizes there, and then they would have to either attack you with the Iron Hands, or alternatively, they have to come up with something else. You do need to watch out as a Lugia, though. I don't believe they play Manaphy. So if you get the Minchinos down, they are a target for Greninja.
Very true. No, very true. And looking at their deck list right now, they do not play Manaphy in their deck.
It's too much. They have two bench spaces already taken up. They cannot afford to drop another.
True, and our Chenpao player getting that double fridge, double Bidoof on the bench. He'll set up right now.
Best top deck they could get here is the Archeops, or get the Archeops off the Great Ball. Get him in Chino. Okay. I feel like you might have to evolve the active here. Eat the hand. Oh, not which one do. You could push it with the summoning star here, take the KO, and push the tempo up. And you can get the Minccino out too, alternatively.
Oh, look at that, though. Look at that.
Do Mist V Guard. So that gives you 2 prizes. You have a 220 attacker now. So they can't even get them in the Cinccino because it's 110. So they're not going to come up with the Greninja. You have to come up with. You have to come up with the Chimpao or possibly the the Iron Hands. But the Iron Hands are only taking 2 prizes.
Yep, exactly. Looks like Lugia's in a good spot now.
The biggest issue they're going to run into is powering up something if this Chimpao gets into the active and KOs Lugia. But I don't think you need much other than the Cinccino to do its job. We'll have to see. We'll have to see if it pays off. If they overstepped or if they are perfectly fine.
Exactly. Yeah, we're going to have to see this right now. See what happens here. With his next move he's going to do. He is pulling a counter catcher out. And bringing up that
he's going to take out the Archeops now. See, okay, that's where like, okay, they played it hard. They got superior energy retrieval here. They'll get a couple energies back. And then they lose all their energy acceleration. But they do get an RKO with Lugia V-Star.
That's very true. They do get another KO there off of this. But it looks... Oh, just this... It's just... Oh, I don't even know what to say right now. Like, having that Archeops up there, like, it just, definitely is... Can be, devastating for him in this moment if he gets that taken away. Like, no more. If somehow he pulls it off as to get that Lugia V-Star gone too in a bit, like, that's where you getting the energy from. Who are you attacking with?
So we saw some aggression. We'll see another KO here. He has sitting on Iono. Oh, wait, that's one. Yeah, that's fun. That's enough. But they are also sitting on a Bibarel. They've got that set up.
They do. They got that draw engine there, and it's just... But he does have Chimpao up, though, right now to get that... 2 prizes off of that.
I don't know if Iono here makes sense, considering that you give him more cards. And you can't really Serena.
Exactly. A lot to think about right now.
So the yeah, just get rid of a whole bunch. Get one more. Wasn't even much anyways. The aggressive play is starting to blow up in their face. That happens sometimes, right? He just got everything and was able to go ahead and blow it up.
He blew it up here and see what he does next after this. Nice ball for another Chimpao here.
It's got 5 cards.
Yep. Back in his hand with a Bibarel there. Is it Bibarel or Bibarel?
I don't know. There's actually a way you're supposed to be able to see how their names are said. I know there's supposed to be at TPCI a book of how to say every name, how to say it properly. The barrel. That's how Google says it is Bebarrel.
Bebarrel. See, that's what I've been saying all the time. Bebarrel, all the time, and I hear people say Bibarel, and I always say Bebarrel all the time, and I'm like, I'm sounding weird. But the thing is, Bebarrel, wouldn't that be with 2 R's?
You'd think so, but it's Pokemon. They can just do whatever they want.
True. Very true. I've been right this whole time. According to Google.
According to Google. They have like a whole thing. Like I just said, I asked how to pronounce it, and he actually gave me a thing where you pressed it and pronounced it. $61.20, 180, 240. He's short in energy still, but he has. I don't think he's used his other thing. 70, 140, 210. He needs hope and a prayer, I'm guessing.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like. He's got that one energy there. Getting all this shit for each other. There he goes. That's it. Well, he does get 2 off that. Okay. Ultra Ball for another Bebarrel.
Now, looking at it, Hustler to Hustler here will probably go up again. So I'm updating it. No idea. There's still the other 4 O's are still playing.
Hey. He did get that Dugia V-Star knocked out, but he does have his Cinchino ready to go.
It doesn't have enough energy on it though.
But unfortunately, not enough energy. That is very, very true.
That's why I was wondering if maybe it'd been worth putting the Minchino up there for a turn.
Honestly, I do see that having the Minchino up there, being able to bait him at least, bang with the Minchino, getting that Cinchino ready to go, or he can put. Well, now that he has the professor's research in hand, if he has another one, he can pull out the Cinchino with a thing he's going to have energy for it.
You need the Minchino and a DTE, which would get him 120, which would give him the KO that he needs.
Very true. That's it. That's very true. See, this is why you're the main guy here. Brain's not working fast enough for me.
Also, Chimpao can just miss. Probably not, but it can miss. No, I didn't miss.
He did not miss. He's got it.
That's what we're saying. So he's got the double incisor set up. And the Cypher Maniac. So he's at least getting one more card that he wants.
Yeah, the combo with Radiant Greninja Cypher Maniac is pretty intense. Oh, so we did get full Poké stuff on that too. That's what he was doing there. All right, all right.
I had played a guy today who was playing Chimpao who Pokestopped, and all 3 cards he Pokestopped were Cypher Maniac's code breaking. It was one of those things that happened so fast and didn't get a chance to screenshot it. I should have.
Wait, say that one more time. Sorry, I didn't hear it well.
They discarded all 3 Cypher Maniacs off their Pokestop.
Oh, did he really?
This one, he was fine, but that was someone I played against.
Oh, so you played against? Oh, I thought you did right now.
That was amazing.
Did I miss something?
All right, so like we said, he finds the Cinchino, he needs to find DTE. He has the gift energy, which means, okay, he's got to out. Jacques gets him the Minchino, but he doesn't have anything else.
But he does have 2 capturing runs. He might land, and he does.
Okay, he gets the Minccino. There's one. The Cinccino to Minccino. Might as well Roma get something else out of the deck. In and out. Right? You can even, if you're going all in here anyways, you might as well use the fish to grab another supporter just to continue thinning out the deck.
Very true. Very true. Thinking about getting rid of that Pokestop there.
You're looking to win this turn. You're not looking for anything else. I still think you should put the fish.
He should. You are correct. I totally agree with you. Oh. No. That's devastating.
You could grab the Snorlax, jet energy it up. Or the Cinccino here. Now you're hoping they don't have boss or prime catcher.
Exactly. But what is that move he's doing there?
Gentle slap for 30.
We just need 50 more just to get that hit there. But like I do understand the whole.
There it is.
Oh,
So it
yeah,
doesn't matter. Prime catcher, anyways.
He has prime catcher in the boss. Oh, the thing is, he got it now. He got it now.
Wait. No. He still has to have all the energy to hit 280.
Very true. But he does have 4 energy down his Pokemon there, so he's got a good hand right now. All he needs is 1, which I think he might have it.
At worst, okay, you should be able to grab a superior energy retrieval here.
Yep. And he did.
Yep, there it is. Okay.
Yep. There it is. Oh, devastating. Oh, no.
Well played, Mash, but still at the end, just not enough. That aggressive play was just a little too much. Right. You were like right there with the DTE. Like if you hit the DTE, you just win that match anyways. But instead you hit the jet energy. So we have JMU Boy is for sure 5-0. He will be playing against the Hustler. Because we do have JMU Boy, we will watch him for the quotation finals. So we'll set ourselves up there. So that's going to be interesting. Then Sablezard versus. It's going to be Sablezard versus Chien-Pao.
Sablezard versus Chien-Pao.
It only counts as 1 energy and does 50. Okay, I thought it counted as 2.
Oh no, I get it. Because it is technically 1 special energy card. That's true. Yeah, I thought that for a second too. When you said the double energy would count as 2, but it does count as 2 energy, but it is 1 special energy itself.
Okay. Which specifically says card. Okay, I haven't played a lot of Lugia, so I did not know that. I just knew it was like 5 was like the magic number to hit to KO Charizards.
Yeah.
Yep, specifically special energy card. That makes sense because then like Neo upper energy becomes absolutely worthless in the deck. That's just some of the other couple top decks we got. We got the Dialga Matane coming in at 4-1. A couple Charizard Pidgeots. Let's see how Wancho's game's going. He's out for streaming right now.
Yeah, very happy with the Dialga up there. 4-1 right now. That is my boy, and so I'm very excited to know that he's up there.
Man, every Charizard I'm watching tonight has gotten nothing but value out of their strategy.
Nothing but value out of it.
Yeah, they've like gone up against everything that they don't want to go up against. Like every lost zone's like, oh, here we go, and like, oh nope, I got Jirachi, and like, oh,
Yeah, also you got both Manaphy and Drachi on the bench protecting against Radiant and Radiant Greninja there. Also the Sableye.
oh god, I didn't realize it was the anniversary of the horrible Sonic the Hedgehog design.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Is that today?
Yeah, that was today. That was when the first trailer was released. And we saw the horrible Sonic.
I remember when that came out. I was pretty mad because am I like a huge Sonic fan? When I was a kid, I was, but then like some of the games later on just made me so upset. I decided just like I'm not anymore. I mean, he'll be there for nostalgia, but that's about it.
Yeah.
There's some very very few games that have come out from Sonic that have been pretty cool. But like when I saw that though, like knowing you get a Sonic movie and like we try to make it realistic, it's like the point of a video game sometimes is not to make it too realistic, especially when it's like a cartoony video game. So this is horrifying.
Have you seen, talking about that, have you watched Fallout yet?
I have not, but I've heard it's insanely good.
Insanely good.
Like someone told me it was really just like, well, I was listening to a podcast yesterday and they mentioned it. I think that's the first time I knew about it because like I actually like try not to, but sometimes it's like I'm under a rock, you know? And so it's like I don't really know about a lot of these things coming out. But when they said that too, it's like I heard it was kind of just a beautiful love letter to all Fallout fans. That's what I was told.
Yeah. That's actually a way to put it. It follows the rules of the world.
Okay.
Which I'm trying to figure out here. How does this Lost Zone box even win? Because he needs like a KO this turn. So like everything. Like the power armors work the way they are. Weapons, everything looks correct. Like they're designed very well. So like if you watch the Fallout TV show and then you jumped into the game, you would notice things look the same.
That's amazing. That's really good.
Oh, he does have the boss. Okay, so now he has a way to win. He's got to bring up the Rotom, but then what's the final way for this Lost Zone box to win?
If he does use the boss pull the Rotom, doesn't he have? Oh, but wait a minute. He has 3 cards left. But the thing is, Charizard right now doesn't have any options really to be able to do a win next turn with all the single prizes on the bench. But then afterward, that's very true. How is this Lost Box gonna make it happen?
Especially now, considering Wancho here plays the Turo on the active Rotom.
Yep.
That removes a lot of it. I need to see what this Lost Box deck is playing. We'll have it on here in a second.
And he top decked the Turo off that. Crazy.
Any grass Pokemon. He plays the Hoopa and he plays the Iron Hands and he plays the Rory Moon. If he has not used Rory Moon, and depending on how many cards he has, he could possibly Rory Moon for game.
Very true. Okay.
Which I think this is one of the last 2 games we're waiting on. Which the other matchup we're waiting for is also a 3-1-3-1, which is Gardevoir versus Charizard Pidgeot. I want to play Gardevoir. Instant charge. Okay. That wasn't a mistake, right? I've done that where I've discharged on mistake. But I mean, he could take a hit here anyways from the Cramorant and then just throw away the damage.
Exactly.
Blood, we'll see.
Yeah, let's see what he decides to do here.
Nice. Definitely take a time. They are at 3 minutes. I'm looking at the time difference just in case I need to come in and be like, hey, dude, pick it up. Because there's no reason to play for a tie-in challenge. Just play.
Yeah, true.
Arsenal, I'm the same way. Unless his opponent has absolutely no way of going in and setting it up so that they win.
Yeah, I'm also confusing the chat here. I'm also confused why he didn't Turo at all. But luckily his opponent was not able to pull that off and get that Rotom. Like I most definitely would have Turoed last turn away that Rotom to move that reliability there.
That is unless you know your opponent's completely out of gust. Which, yeah, Sandy Beach, it definitely does look funny. It's just because this is the last game to go. At this rate, they're just going to tie. Nobody wants a tie.
Yeah, especially in a challenge, and most people are just they're rolling out their games here. We got very low time right now on the clock.
Go in and it's double game loss time. I have been looking to pull that trigger for like 2 years. I've wanted nothing more than to sit there and be like, yeah, it's time for a double game loss. But I have no reason for that.
So doing a double game loss because they've gone over time, or for getting a tie?
Just for any reason.
Oh.
Well, I wouldn't give people double game loss because they're there. They have like 20 some odd seconds here.
Yeah, we do see the other opponent though. He did get his Mute EX in play. Did get that Mirage Gate. All he has to do. Let's see what he gets off this.
Both players have been taking their time. I want to see what they say to each other.
I guess time is up, correct?
Time is up. If he doesn't win it on this turn, I'm just going to call it and say it's still a tie.
Okay. Yeah, Arson, I'm also agree with you. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. At this point, I just think it's a tie.
Yeah, because the other player is stalling. It seems like. Oh, he did attack. He did attack there.
He did attack.
But still, it's just like.
What does Wancho do here? You can pick up with Turo, possibly evolve. I'm just at this point. I just want to see what they do to finish the game. Yeah, you guys, this is tied. I'm moving on. It doesn't seem like the other players trying to win.
Yeah, and like, I
want to get this tournament done.
Yeah, especially things like this too. We have to keep the time consistent, and concise.
We're watching it. We've seen it. Neither player was really like going for the win.
But an opponent did concede though.
Well, I called time.
Oh, you went there and called time. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay,
I called
gotcha.
time. Everything's there. The time was up. So I announced the next round is up. I'm not waiting this out now. You both are taking forever, and like neither one's pushing game state. So it's like you think I'm tie. Yeah, it was Dave kept saying they're both waiting for the other thing. So I'm not gonna worry about it. We're gonna watch our technical finals here with JMU boy versus the hustler. So once they get set up, we'll go to watch that, and then we'll be ready for that. That would be JMU boy versus the hustler, which we have. What I'm interested in. He plays the Iron Hands, right? He plays the Mew.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going up against Chin Pao. And like he has so many outs to like possibly win the game, but like I feels like he's got to take that KO, like the first KO. It almost feels like he's got to go first. At least how it seems from me watching. And then on this side, the Chin Pao. Well, that's not Chin Pao. That one wasn't Chin Pao. There it is. It's going with Iron Hands. Iron Hands is going to be like the win condition. So
Yeah, definitely. I agree on that for sure.
So then we're just waiting for JMU boy to restart up their stream, and then once they get going, we will get the final game going.
That was good of me. I've been drinking lots of water. I'm gonna go ahead and run to the bathroom really quick while we got this waiting for the stream to go up.
Yep.
Be right back.
At that point, it felt like it got to a stalemate, and it was just going to stay a stalemate, and there was nothing that was going to happen. No matter how much they tried things, no matter how much they did it, it was going to be a stalemate. I totally forgot to update the round number of last round. So if you are watching this later on any of our fine YouTube or other channels, we are definitely seeing. We are on round 6. Last round was round 5. I just forgot to update the title part. And this is technically what you would call a challenge finals, where we have our 2 undefeateds playing against each other and going into it. Which at this rate, we are looking at about 2-hour tournament, which is actually pretty nice. Paper blower to start. So, okay, that is the question. Is, do you, as Jamie Boy, did you want to go first or second? And now, from the looks of it, it looks like going second kind of benefits. Hope maybe they don't get set up with the fridge backs. Possibility to get an early KO with the Amaranth, which with this hand, they should be able to get a KO. You possibly even get, you're not going to get the Greninja turn this turn, but you could possibly get it on turn 2. Your turn 2, turn 4, technically. That makes sense. Because we watched Wancho lose to Mew earlier, I believe. So like usually after you lose something like that, you kind of remember the next game. Like, oh yeah, I get it.
I'm back.
Cool. We got one side has only set up a Iron Hands and Frigibacks, and the Lost Zone side here looks like they are going to have a very nice setup. As they are pretty much lost zoning, they're pretty close to almost losing all their chorus, like right off the bat.
Yeah.
Like they already had one show up on a flower selecting, and then the other one show up with the chorus.
Gotcha. He did pull both of those, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, it definitely seems like the Wancho game was both players were playing not to lose at the end, which is a way to play. We'll see damage here onto the Iron Hands, which I think is important. And the Iron Hands damage makes it just a little bit easier to continue playing the one prize game over trying to play more than. Because they're going to try to set you up into the place where you don't want to be.
So he pulls off his Irida here.
Question is, does he have the lightning energy to do everything else he needs?
Yeah, definitely. Probably an Earthen Vessel off this to get that lightning going. Breaking any backs. Okay, unless he has that lightning in hand already.
And then the pass.
Often pass. Okay, okay.
Don't think you want the artisan. Like, it would be nice for you to get stuff, but at the same time, they're at the point they're not doing anything.
Yeah, exactly.
It's more rods. I've already tossed one rod. I don't know how many he plays. I think he plays at least 3. He could be up to 4. He does play 4.
Yeah, 4 rods.
But Mirage is such a good card too.
Very true. Very true. So set up this deck here to get that Iron Hands going. Also getting your Mew EX into attacking spot.
Can he Iron Hands for 3 prizes?
Let's see. He can. He can. He can't. We're about to see it. I think we're about to see it.
With those cool chorus energies.
Oh my gosh, here he goes. That was his plan this whole time. He was setting it up.
Little did we know, we're into the long game.
Oh my gosh.
5-1, congrats, Blazy. Thanks for playing as always, dude. Always appreciate it.
Yeah, 5-1 GG on that, for sure.
This feels absolutely horrible for the hustler.
Yeah, it's like, what does he have left to do? I mean, of course, like, get something going. It's just like, oh no.
You could attack here, but what good is it going to do?
Yeah, because his attack with Iron Bundle there, it's only really good against an evolution Pokemon, but we got a basic Iron Hands up in play. Because you use that effect there to be able to allow it to not attack next turn. But being a base Pokemon, it don't do nothing except do 80 damage. What is the Hustler gonna do? What 2 cards he put on top of his deck here?
Moves to the pass. Oh my god, this is going to be our 2 prizes here.
Giving it away, but unfortunately, he just doesn't have the cards to be able to do something with it. Whiffs on the puffs. It looks like he's okay.
Like he doesn't need to set up more, but then getting into that magic 10 number always feels good. He can also dig and try to get the prime catcher, and just hit the 160 and take the KO.
Mm-hmm.
It's in there. We know it's in there. We just saw it again.
Yeah, see if he gets it. Okay, so he switch back into Iron Hands here.
Then the Crisis Punch, it's like not coming into game now.
Getting 2 prizes. This guy's done. He's done. The Hustler ain't hustling no more.
This is the chin power that most people test with. They go, this is what it does. He's going to Pokestop here. 3 cards he needs. 2 of the 3.
He did get the counter catcher.
What good is that going to do?
But yeah, exactly.
You need counter catcher Iono. And they don't usually play Iono. They usually play Roxanne if they do play anything.
And that Roxanne will do something good right now for him.
Chin Pao KO here would be insanely good. He needs so much to get there.
And he conceded.
There's a concession. You know, Blazy's done. I don't think we have any other stream games going. No. So that is it. And with that, we have Lost Zone Sablezard here coming in and being the latest challenger of Doom. Then you come in, take it. It's going to be easy 6-0. Like, here we go. Only 2 5-0s playing. So we get there. 6 of 12 matches done. Everything else now is just gravy for everyone else. They're just there. So, what do you think? Do you think this is good? Do you think this would do good in a best of 3? Or do you think this is only going to really do well in something like this?
Thinking with this the Sablezard?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, like, he did get set up right here, and then also again, like, doing a best of 3 against Chen Pao, I really do think it could go either way. I really do feel like, you know, Chen Pao could definitely, if he had another go, maybe he would have a chance to be, because he just had a horrible start. He just really did. He got nothing really set up. He really couldn't do anything. And so I really feel like if it were to do a best of 3, I kind of feel it could go either way.
Yeah, I could see that. And like both decks right now, I wouldn't say low tier, but they're considered definitely not your top tier decks. So definitely will not. That's something, and that's something you'll see everywhere. Maybe we'll see it in Indianapolis. That's what this weekend, right? Yeah, this weekend. Maybe we won't. We'll have to see. But with that, we're gonna call it a night. We have no more stream matches. Everyone else is pretty much done, finishing up. Paparazzi, why don't you give yourself a little bit of promotion where the people can find you, all that good stuff.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, so thank you for that. Actually, yeah, you guys can find me on Twitter. Cause I refuse to say X. As
Same.
Paparazzi. Yeah, you can find me on YouTube. Just Paparazzi _, and then also on Twitch as Paparazzi _. I had numbers on them before. I took them off. I just didn't like the look of it. So if you want to find me there, you totally can do that. More active on Twitch than anything else right now. So if you want to come and check a stream, I do Pokemon TCG. I've also been doing some Pokemon Violet, which is doing some viewer raids, and then also Poke hunting together, and then also running a Pokemon Blue Nuzlocke. So if you guys want to come and check that out and a bunch of other shenanigans that I do, find me there, and I'd love to have you there.
Awesome, thank you. And as always, I'm Senior Doom. You find me here every Tuesday and Friday running tournaments. We're trying to put on the best projects we can. Hopefully, Emmy will be joining me back again on this Friday. As you'll get the OG team, as we like to call ourselves, for no reason other than I just made that up. Again, thank you, and we'll be going off to Primetime Wizard. If you're on Twitch, if you're on YouTube, hopefully you'll see you on Friday. Let's go ahead and get a little bit of that music going, and we'll see you then.